The 2015 ICC Cricket World Cup will be the 11th ICC Cricket World Cup, and will be jointly hosted by Australia and New Zealand and is scheduled to take place from February 14 to March 29, 2015. 49 matches will be played in 14 venues, with Australia staging 26 games at grounds in Adelaide, Brisbane, Canberra, Hobart, Melbourne, Perth and Sydney, while New Zealand hosting 23 games in 7 cities, including Auckland, Christchurch, Dunedin, Hamilton, Napier, Nelson and Wellington. The final match of the tournament will take place at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. It will be one of the World Euro unregistered trademark's largest international sports tournaments, with 14 competing teams and more than 400 accredited players and officials taking part in it. The hosting rights were awarded at the same time as those of the 2011 ICC Cricket World Cup, which Australia and New Zealand had originally bid to host, and the 2019 ICC Cricket World Cup, which was awarded to England. The 2011 tournament was awarded to the 4 Asian Test cricket-playing countries, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, in a 10-3 vote. The International Cricket Council was sufficiently impressed with the trans-Tasman bid that it was decided to award the next World Cup to Australia and New Zealand. This is the second time that the tournament will be held in Australia and New Zealand. Last time it was held here in 1992. India are the defending champions, having won the tournament in 2011 when it was held in the Indian subcontinent, defeating Sri Lanka in the finals. Host selection, bids. The ICC originally announced the previous edition, the 2011 ICC Cricket World Cup hosts on April 30, 2006. Australian and New Zealand had also bid for the tournament, and a successful Australasian bid for the 2011 World Cup would have seen a 50-50 split in games, with the final still up for negotiation. The trans-Tasman bid, Beyond Boundaries, was the only bid for 2011 delivered to the ICC headquarters at Dubai before March 1 deadline. Considerable merits of the bid included the superior venues and infrastructure, and the total support of the Australian and New Zealand governments on tax and custom issues during the tournament, according to Cricket Australia Chief Executive James Sutherland. The New Zealand government had also assured that the Zimbabwean team will be allowed to take part in the tournament after political discussions about whether their team would be allowed to tour Zimbabwe in 2005. ICC President Ihsan Mani said that the extra time required by the Asian bloc to hand over its bid had harmed the four-nation bid. However, when it came to the voting, the Asians won by 7 votes to 4, which according to the Pakistan Cricket Board, was the vote of the West Indies Cricket Board had turned the matter. It was reported in Pakistani newspaper Dawn that the Asian countries promised to hold fundraising events for West Indian cricket during the 2007 ICC Cricket World Cup, which may have influenced the vote. However, I.S. Bindra, chairman of the monitoring committee of the Asian bid, denied that, saying that it was their promise of extra profits of $400 a million, that swung the vote in their way. The ICC was so impressed by the efficiency of the trans-Tasman bid, that they decided to award the very next World Cup, to be held in 2015, to them. The 2015 World Cup will be jointly hosted by Australia and New Zealand in February and March 2015. Australia and New Zealand last jointly hosted the ICC Cricket World Cup in 1992. The 2015 World Cup is expected to be the largest international sporting event for both countries in 2015. Format: the tournament will feature 14 teams, the same number as the 2011 World Cup, giving associate and affiliate member nations a chance to participate. The format is the same as the 2011 edition. 14 teams will take part in the initial stages, divided into 2 groups of 7. The 7 teams play each other once before the top 4 teams from each group qualify for the quarter-finals. The format ensures that each team gets to play a minimum of 6 matches even if they exit in the group stage. Qualification. Per ICC regulations, the 10 ICC full member nations qualify for the tournament automatically. Immediately after the 2011 World Cup, it was decided that the next tournament would be reduced to only feature the 10 full members. This was met with heavy criticism from a number of associate nations, especially from the Ireland cricket team, who had performed well in 2007 and 2011. Following support shown by the ICC Cricket Committee for a qualification process, the ICC retracted their decision in June 2011 and decided that 14 teams will participate in the 2015 World Cup, including 4 associate or affiliate member nations. At the ICC Chief Executives Committee meeting in September 2011, the ICC decided on a new qualifying format. The top 2 teams of the 2011 Euro-13 ICC World Cricket League Championship qualified directly. The remaining 6 teams joined the 3rd and 4th placed teams of 2011 ICC World Cricket League Division 2 and the top 2 teams of 2013 ICC World Cricket League Division 3 in a 10-team World Cup qualifier to decide the remaining 2 places. On July 9, 2013, as a result of a tied match against Netherlands, Ireland became the first country to qualify for the 2015 World Cup. On October 4, 2013, Afghanistan qualified for their first Cricket World Cup after beating Kenya to finish in 2nd place behind Ireland. Scotland defeated the United Arab Emirates in the final of the 2014 Cricket World Cup qualifier and both teams qualified for the last 2 spots in the 2015 Cricket World Cup. Preparations, Local Organising Committee. As preparations for the 2015 Cricket World Cup, the organising committee of the tournament was finalised. John Handon was named Chief Executive, James Strong named as Chairman, and Ralph Waters was named as the Deputy Chairman. Media and promotion. The World Cup has grown as a media event with each tournament. The International Cricket Council has sold the rights for broadcasting of the 2015 Cricket World Cup for $2 billion to ESPN, Star Sports and Star Cricket. According to Strong, the local organising committee wants to make the tournament the most fan-friendly event of its kind and take cricket to a wide range of communities throughout Australia and New Zealand. Television, allocation of matches. When Australia and New Zealand bid for the 2011 Cricket World Cup in 2006, they said that it will see a 50-50 split in games. Finally, it was decided on July 30, 2013 that Australia would host 26 matches, while New Zealand got a share of 23 matches in the tournament. There was a tense battle between Melbourne and Sydney to host the final. However, on July 30, 2013, it was announced that Melbourne will host the final, with Sydney and Auckland hosting the semi-finals. Venues, Group Stage, Pool A. Pool B. Knockout Stage. While the dates and venues are fixed, which match-up they host is subject to change to accommodate the host countries should they qualify. If Australia qualify for the quarter-finals, they will play in the match on March 20 in Adelaide. If New Zealand qualify for the quarter-finals, they will play on March 21 in Wellington. If Australia qualify for the semi-finals, they will play the game on March 26 in Sydney. If New Zealand qualifies, their semi-final will be played on March 24 in Auckland. In the event of an Australia v New Zealand semi-final, the team that finished higher in Pool A will have home advantage for the match. Quarter-finals. Semi-finals. Final. See also: List of Cricket World Cup records, politics and sports, references. External links: Official 2015 World Cup site, ICC Cricket World Cup 2015 @Cricinfo.